for Wildcat in 3, 2, 1.
Everybody, thank you for being here today. I am thrilled to share the high points of our Flower and Food Festival. As you may know, last year the festival actually debuted. And as you also know, many of our guests did not get the opportunity to come out and visit us during our capped attendance days. So we're very eager to present this festival kind of a brand new this year, 2021. Spring at Dollywood means stunning flower displays, amazing culinary delights, and music filling our streets. And wind, evidently.
Hold on, Sandy. We'll let the podcast.
We were first thinking about developing a festival around springtime in the Great Smokies. We kind of did some searching and we wanted to take some inspiration from Dolly and her family. We found a fun quote from Willadine, Dolly's sister, that says, "There is no prettier place on earth than in the hills, woods, valleys where we lived. We waited in flowers everywhere we went. Spring flowers of all kinds, red, blue, white, yellow, and lavender, grew there as if God himself had walked along and placed them where he knew we would be." So how fun is that? We wanted to take inspiration from that and kind of create that for you and for our guests that will come here. So the second year of Flower and Food Festival is all about stirring feelings of inspiration and positivity and goodness. And how much we all need some goodness in our lives. After the past year that we've had, I think we're all ready to come out of the darkness and kind of stretch ourselves out and have a reason to be outside with the people that we love and care about the most. So we are so thrilled to have everyone come to Dollywood to see this new festival. So I'll give you the highlights of this year's event. The festival dates are April 23rd through June the 7th. This gives us 35 operational days for you to enjoy. Returning this year is Mosaic Culture International. We have 16 huge sculptures that are totally made of plants. There is steel framework that we created custom along with our partners, Mosaic Culture International of Montreal, Canada. And with that team of inventors, we created these custom sculptures. And I'll stand aside and let you see this one here. This is our kind of one of our most proud moments of this festival. This sculpture of plants and flowers indicates Dolly's coat of many colors. And what you'll see here is Dolly's mother stitching the patchwork that would have made her coat. This sculpture stands over 14 feet tall, and it sits in the Market Square area that you'll pass through here in a few moments, I think. Also returning this year is Umbrella Sky, and this is what you're seeing here. The Show Street area is literally covered with hundreds of umbrellas overhead, and they're bright colors, and you cannot walk through there without wanting to take out your phone and sharing an instant moment of being under this incredible art installation. New this year is a music element, and my friend Roger from Entertainment will give you more detail on this later. But in an overview, I wanted to mention that music is alive and well at Dollywood for Dollywood's Flower and Food Festival. And the team has created lots of musical venues that will present outdoor stages. So a fresh look at music, a fresh sound, and we're eager to deliver that. What you'll see behind me is chalk art. And I guess most of you have probably seen festivals where chalk art was a featured event. So right here in Adventures in Imagination, our resident artist, Jamie Hauser, will deliver these beautiful chalk art works of art every single day of this festival. You won't want to miss watching her sketch these designs. And as you'll see here, her designs start in a sketchbook. And she and I have collaborated about these fun works of art, and then masterfully she's able to present those on this concrete throughout this area. So it's going to be fun. And actually, we think there's going to be an opportunity for you to try your hand at chalk art right here at Dollywood. So that'll be a lot of fun. Also, if you recall when we first opened Wildwood Grove, we had Flit and Flutter, our Dollywood ambassadors that are butterfly characters. They're going to flutter all the way down here this year and be our characters for Dollywood's Flower and Food Festival. And they will also be located here in Adventures in Imagination. New this year will be additional Insta moments, we're calling them, where there's fun photo ops for you to gather with friends or family or just your children in some really fun photo moments that are shareable. Also returning are our beautiful beds of carpet beds of plants, and you'll see over 500,000 plants and flowers during this festival. And as you know, Dollywood is known for our beautiful landscape every day. So when we were developing this festival, it was like, oh, how are we going to outdo ourselves? Well, you will see if you come that the landscape team has done just that. They have done an amazing job really outdoing themselves. And as you notice in the name, Flower and Food Festival, there's a lot to say about food. And so there will be wonderful culinary offerings, and the culinary team led by Aaron Banks has spent this winter developing the most incredible menus, and he will share more about that with you coming up shortly. And then just in overview, I want to talk a little bit about what we do the rest of the year in festivals. In the summertime, you'll see summer celebration, and how we celebrate the nighttime is with our fireworks show that is backed by incredible music tracks, and then our core entertainment offering goes on all day during that time. And the wind has played a little bit of havoc with this. But after summer, we start to work really hard to get ready for Harvest Festival. And Harvest Festival features Great Pumpkin LumiNights, where we light up tens of thousands of pumpkins throughout the zones. And then new this past year was we did a new look for Craftsman's Valley, where we added white pumpkins and purple mums, and it just gave a kind of a non-traditional nod to that time of the year and a fresh look. And we really want to be all about fresh in our fall presentation. I think for years we've had dried corn stalks and dried hay and that sort of thing, and there's not a thing wrong with that. But here at Dollywood, we like to find a new way. And so that's what we did last year, and it was so popular with our guests, we definitely will repeat that this year. And then lastly, and definitely not least, is our Smoky Mountain Christmas. And last year we presented a new look for Craftsman's Valley and Rivertown. And it really celebrated the somber moments, the special warm moments of Christmas, the time when we reflect on what Christmas is all about. And for each one of us, that looks a little differently. But I think every one of us finds joy in sitting in a candlelit room where we have a moment to ponder the goodness that has occurred in our lives this year. So this is a picture that Amber is holding of our chapel this past year, where we hung 75 lanterns up in the trees that kind of lit the forest around our beautiful chapel. And then each evening, the chapel stairs came to life with a beautiful acoustical choir. And it was such a lovely moment, and we will certainly bring that back this year. So when we think about our festivals, we really look at different areas of the park and treat those as zones, and we design around those zones. And we're thinking about textures and color, and what does it sound like? What are the tastes? And all of those things become the fabric of festivals at Dollywood. And so we really present festivals in a way that gives our guests a compelling reason to visit multiple times throughout the season. And so we hope to see every one of you there. So thank you for being here today.